Well, I said yesterday I couldn't believe it was in the 60s. I guess Mother Nature sure shoved me. Because today it's in the 30s. And freezing out here. Literally, because it's in the 30s. So I'm headed back in. So I am parked again. I am doing my thing again with for Pokemon Go. Thought I'd bring you guys down. This is like my favorite place to play because like I'm basically sitting in front of, I'm not sure, like without looking I can't tell you, like I want to say that right there is a Pokestop, and then something in front of these bushes right here is a Pokestop. I don't know what. And then maybe it's that blue thing that is a Pokestop over there that's a gym also. I'm not sure. Something over there is a gym. So like right here, and you guys that don't play are like, what is she talking about? But it's three important things anyway. And then right behind me is a gym. So like it's pretty accessible to sit here, and it's really pretty. And non-Pokemon Go related, it's really pretty. I mean, I'm sitting on what we call, if you're not from South Haven, if you're not from around here, this is South Beach, and I'm looking at North Beach, and in between where you can see all of these rolling waves right here, this right here is the channel. This is the beginning of what is called the Black River, and this goes all the way to Kalamazoo, if you've heard of Kalamazoo, Michigan. I think it goes past Kalamazoo, I think. So yeah, I mean, it's the beginning of, because this out here, this is the children's, like we just got this, it's like a wet play area or whatever. In the summer that's like watered down, like there's sprinklers and different things like that. And right now it's all dry. It's called a water pad or something like that. But like, let me see if I can zoom in since there's no kids there right now. There's like, can I get my finger in the shot? Giant finger right here. Those buckets with this, there's like water that flows out of there. So, and I think over here there's water, probably from up here too. But there's like, it's a big slip and slide everywhere basically, and like little showery areas that, you know, it's just fun for kids to play in. But anyway, behind that, all that water back there, that's Lake Michigan. And then all the water back in there on the other side, like this rolling water here is the Black River channel thing. The water back here is Lake Michigan. And then the sandy part back there is North Side Beach, which is like the fancy pants area of town. So all these houses over here are the beginning of the nice houses. Like you can really see the waves here. See how it's coming off of the little walk area. Like it is a very windy day. I'm sure you saw the plant in front of me and the tree. The tree's not really whipping around like crazy, but this plant has been, obviously. There is sand blowing around like crazy. The waves are pretty crazy. Like I've seen them much crazier, but yeah, I'm just out playing Pokemon Go. The car is rocking like crazy. Here is some, of course there's gonna be cars going by this way, but yeah, all these plants over here. There's a tree that's whipping around like quite a bit. This is the water processing plant, I believe, is what it is now. Over here, when you drive down. And then down there is the actual entrance for the beach. And in front of this building is the whole parking area for the beach. See down there, like where that car is about to go, all that sand blowing? It's blowing like crazy down here today. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to Pokemoning, and then I'm gonna get home and probably do a little bit of household chores and then relax some more. So I just figured I'd do this while I was out taking Damon to work. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Yum. It may not be advent calendar time, but Abby was sharing this meal time with you. I guess we're bored, so we're documenting a little of everything today. She's a very, like, slurpy eater, aren't you? She's literally paying me, like, zero attention. All of that focus is on her food right now. Yum, huh? Yum, yum. Oh, calling me a liar now, huh? Did you just notice I was here? Also, I just wanted to show you, pretty happy to say that my hollies are still alive and doing very well. They're even flowering a little bit, which wasn't there when I got it, so they've done that all on their own. Yeah. So now behind them is, that used to have these velvety leaves all the way down it, and they started just like literally falling off one by one, like where all those little etches are. That's where a leaf was, so I thought I was killing it. But these at the top are like bigger than ever. They're growing. It's like they wanted to be palm trees. I don't really understand. And if I move this and show you guys, see that right there? That's a little new growth that is like flourishing in there. These all used to be red, like velvety flowers too, that like I don't want to pick them off, even though they obviously dried out. And like as they fall, I'm kind of like picking at them or letting them collect, I guess, and then picking them out. It's time to pick them out of the thing again, but I don't know what to do with this. Like, it's obviously living. I see one of the bottom leaves though just wilted, but all the rest of them are doing great. I don't know what I'm doing to these plants. I had a lily that I thought I killed also, and I didn't. It just sprouted roots out of it like halfway up the stem and started growing. And then after that, like a year after that, then it died. It was a weird plant. I don't know. I have a brown thumb though, like for sure. I definitely kill things. So I'm sorry, Holly. That may be your future. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best with you. Anyway, just checking in with the plants. Alright, so I'm doing this solo, but I got here early enough to kind of drive by a little quickly. This is like an on the corner house, and look at this, you guys. Look how pretty. They did everything from here all the way down here. And like, this is in my neighborhood, so it's like a really slow little road, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the corner too while I'm probably doing a little bit of a wonky job because I'm solo without Damon today. But look at it, it's like a gingerbread house. It's so pretty, and they did the best job ever. And then they even have like the drippy tree lights too. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. It's so pretty. But it is kind of daylighty, so I'm not gonna stick around too long. It's so pretty though, I had to show you guys. Well, Abby, looks like it's me and you again. I think we got this. We got a 2-girl show going on here, huh? You want this advent calendar or what? Are you gonna find day 17 for me? Gonna find day 17? Where is it? Oh, I'm still looking too. I found 18. Where's 17? Let's have a look here. I found... Oh, you're already sitting? You think I found it? Well, I did. 17's right here. All right. Right there, Abby? How are we getting into it? Right here? You got stars again? Are those your favorite? The turkey stars? Huh? Hold on, girlfriend. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Yum. Yum, yum. Are those good? Let me put this away while you're chewing. And tell everybody how good they are. Here you go. Yum. Good girl, huh? Abby really likes those, don't you? You gotta wait till tomorrow, baby girl, and we'll get some more. You are relieved of your co-host duties. How's that? I don't have any in the sand. There's none over there either. There's none in my shoe. There's none in Damon's laundry, and I'm not showing anybody his laundry. Better just back up out of there. You're a very nosy co-host, you know that? You being a nosy co-host? You're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Sorry. Oh, you're not speaking to me now? There's none behind the door. You're just checking everywhere, aren't you, today, huh? Found some fluff, not Advent treats, though. Are you part bloodhound today? Are you part bloodhound? Okay, bye. Hi guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you? I'm still freezing, as you can see. I'm still in my big comfy sweater. It is now December 17th, so we're on day 17 of Vlogmas. I made it. This is really rare for me, but I didn't know if I would make it to midnight tonight to do the recording. I am so tired, and I have not felt great today. I don't know, something with my tummy just, like, I did my Happy Meal video today, and then, I don't know, just after that, I haven't been really sick. I don't know, I haven't felt great. You know what I mean? You know, you have those days, like, haven't felt great. So, I did not do a whole lot. I did a lot of crocheting, and, like, a lot. And I'm almost done. I know I say that every day, but, like, I'm really almost done with the secret project. And what else did I get done? I feel like there was something else I was just about to tell you. Dead silence. It's because I'm tired. Like, I ended up going to bed and all last night, but, like, not being able to fall asleep until, I know I looked at the clock and it was like 9 in the morning at one point, which even for me is like late into the morning. And then when I go to bed at normal times, I sleep until like around 1. So, like, I guess I was hoping I would sleep later, but David wasn't feeling great either. So he came to bed really early, and he worked tonight. So he usually comes to bed around 1, wakes me up, I get up, he goes to bed. On the days that he works, like, we kind of like overlap right there. But he came to bed early, so I got even less sleep instead of more. So I'm just tired. And I mean, maybe that's why I'm not feeling great. Because, like I said, it's not that I don't think I'm sick. I just need more sleep. So hopefully you don't mind if this is a quicker one tonight. I am going to get started. And I'm going to start with the 12 Days of Christmas gift exchange that I'm doing with Bella, who is linked below. Please don't forget to go check her out. But I am doing day 4. She's on, I don't even know what day she's on, because She's been doing it since day one because she's been doing like every couple of days per video instead of waiting until like the 14th and the 14th through the 25th like I am. So I am on day 4 and this one is squishy. So let's see what we got here. I got, by the way, I know I just said I was doing this, but I got Happy Mail today, but that ended up being quite a long clip, and I've been trying not to make these like crazy long. Sometimes they still end up an hour long because I'm long-winded. I know I am. But I made that a separate Happy Mail video, so you might have to go check that out if you're interested. I got like a little bit of stuff I ordered and then a couple of things from others, from friends of mine. So thank you again, La and Christy, and I got some Michael's yarn. So, ooh, I knew it was squishy. Ooh, okay, so this is, you know, that, when I was so excited because I found the brown yarn on clearance that was like a size, I think it's a size, it is a size 1, because I said I think it'll go with a lot of my like fancier yarns, and it's brown, so it goes with like anything that I wanted to go with. That was the Wool-like yarn from Michael's, the Loops and Threads Wool-like, and this is the purple one. This is lavender, and it's so pretty. This would actually go with the brown too, I'm just saying. I think that would be quite pretty. But I have I want to say some red. I have other colors of it. And there's other colors that weren't discontinued. The brown was. So I bought like a ton of it. Like a ton of it. But there's other colors still that are not discontinued. So I could pair this with a lot of different colors or ones that I already have. So thank you so much. I love it. This stuff is so soft. Like I could sit here and just, except I'm trying to make the episode short today, so oh, thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. Getting lots of purpley yarn, which I love. I do love purple, despite the fact that I love brown and stuff a lot too. I love purple. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add in before I jump into the Stranger Things. I don't think so. I think I'm ready to just jump right into Stranger Things. Are you guys ready to jump into the Stranger Things? Let's do that. So we are on to day 17. We have yet to find Hopper. If we do find Hopper, you know this is going to be a bit longer than I intended. So if you are new here, let me go back over this. Otherwise, you know the drill. We're going to find out what character in Stranger Things has inspired today's yarn together in just a moment. They are on the other side of this fancy little tag here. And then I'm going to pop up a picture of them somewhere over here. And then I'm going to, while the picture's up, kind of recap their place in the show and what they do, how they influence people, their relationships with people, whatever pops into mind basically to say, and then probably give my opinions, and depending on who it is, a little rant about them. And occasionally I have spoiler / theory information for season 4, but I will like disclaimer that the best that I can before I just spout that out in case you really don't want to hear that, even if you are listening to all the rest of it. So if you're not interested in any of that rant while the picture's up, just go ahead and fast forward, because when the picture comes down, I will reveal the yarn. We will talk about the color and everything about the yarn, and that'll be that. So are you guys ready? All right. Okay. Let's find out who it is. Oh! It's Hopper. It's Hopper. It's Hopper. That is Hopper. Yes, that is Hopper. Yes. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Picture going up here. I can almost guarantee you there will be many, 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 many pictures, because I am not obsessed and have a lot of pictures of Hopper. on my phone already. So let's just jump right in, shall we? So, Hopper is around from season 1, episode 1, all the way through. He's in like every single episode, I believe. He is the cop. Obviously, he is the chief of police in Hopper. I'm excited and getting ahead of myself. He's the chief of police in Hawkins. Coincidentally, he is the topic of like all of my fanfic when I talk about writing fanfic. He's played by David Harbour, who happens to be one of my absolute favorite actors ever. Okay. I'm trying to give unbiased information, but that's going to be so hard. Okay. Hopper is a really complicated character, and I hear in season 4 from, I mean, it's not like I have a personal direct line to David Harbour. I wish I did. But like, he has stated that you're going to get to hear a lot more about his like in-depthness in Hopper's character in season 4. But his background, like he is from Hawkins. He grew up where his mom and dad were both kind of distant with him. They didn't make him, I meant their distance made him want to join the military. So he did. He served in Vietnam, which of course did not have the greatest effect on him. I'm sure he had some post-traumatic, syndrome, some PTSD going on. But Hopper is really like resilient. So he left the military after Vietnam and he came back to Hawkins. He met his future wife, Diane, and they had a child, Sarah. And he decided that he didn't want to raise Sarah in like, basically like I think at one point, I don't remember if it was in the novel about Hopper. I think that's where I read it. He had said like he looked around him and he realized nothing changed in Hawkins. And he didn't want that for Sarah or for a family that he was like raising and growing. He wanted to take them away from that. So he transferred and he went to New York City. And Hopper's amazing. Obviously, I think he's amazing. But he started in like basically like the beat, like, or whatever it's called, the lower ranks of police officers. And he made his way up to like homicide detective in like a pretty quick amount of time. He was like, when he got there, people were just basically making fun of him because he was like the small town hit cop and everything. And then he became like pretty respectable and everything. Sarah started growing up in New York City, and I don't know if they ever gave an actual age, but like my guess would have been she was probably around 6 or 7 or so when she got sick, and she like collapsed one day. They took her to the hospital. I actually can't remember if it was specifically like leukemia that she had, or if they never actually said, if it was just assumed that it was just like cancer. I can't remember. I want to say she had leukemia and they hadn't known about it until it was too late, basically. But regardless, like he basically, it was really sad. He watched his daughter like waste away in the hospital room after that. And he couldn't do it. Like he felt so helpless and he couldn't do anything to save her. And I mean, one day in front of him and Diane, she was gone. They couldn't save her. And sort of like because of that, not sort of, I mean, because of the feeling of like helplessness and to basically, use it as a crutch to deal with things. He turned to like prescription medications and alcohol. And Diane pretty much was like, I've never been in this situation in real life, so it's not like I can say like, she should have done this. I can only say like, me as a real life person loves the character Hopper so much. I feel like I would have, so that's all I can say. Like, I feel like I would have stuck it out with him and tried to like be there for him and get him out of that dark place. But real life stuff like that happens and I can't judge anybody. So for her own reasons in fictional land, Diane pretty much said, I can't do this. Like, I can't watch you destroy yourself. I can't help you. I am not going to help you, whatever. I'm leaving you. So, but I mean, like, that made everything worse. Like, that his situation just got worse, basically, instead of better. And he found himself, like, he felt like he had nothing left in New York City. So he moved back to Hawkins. And he became the chief of police when he went back to Hawkins. And I think it was like basically a couple years later is when Stranger Things season 1 happened. He'd been in town a couple years or so, I'd say. And in season 1, you do see like he woke up right in the first or second episode. He like woke up and was getting ready for his day, like cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he took a drink of beer from the night before and so I mean he was still drinking when he was looking for Will. He multiple times actually when he was out looking for Will and stressed out, he took some prescription pills that was he prescribed them? Was he not? Who knows? But he took pills. So he had not at that point like kicked the habit, that's for sure. He and Joyce Byers were friends, and that's why she went to him immediately, not just because he was the chief, but she trusted him to help her get Will back. And I mean, rightfully so, because he did, obviously, and he was the right guy for the job, because I think a lot of people in his position would not have questioned Hawkins' lab the way he did, would not have freaked out and assumed that they bugged his place or Joyce's place or anything the way he did, would not have traveled out of town on some wild hunch that Terry Ives was involved with this program that 11 was involved with. I don't know, I don't think a lot. In fact, one of his officers who had looked up that information with him was basically like, what does that have to do with anything? You know, like that was his attitude. It was Powell. I like Powell and everything, but like he wasn't putting together the big picture. And like, that's the thing, like Jim connects things like, in season 2, when Will was kind of taken over by the Mind Flayer, and he couldn't, the Mind Flayer kind of like controlled him enough. So if they were asking him direct questions, the Mind Flayer was in control enough that he would not let Will directly tell them things to help them like defeat the Mind Flayer. Because, you know, Mind Flayer's fairly smart guy. So Will had drawn out, just like they thought, it was scribbling on a ton of paper. But like, it turns out like that's when Bob had helped Joyce and them figure out that it was all the waterways of Hawkins and surrounding areas connected. Well, like Hopper had figured that out. Like he just looked at it all, and like his mind connected all the dots. Like Hopper's really smart at that kind of stuff. Like really smart, which I guess that's how you become a chief of police, right? And how he would have worked himself up from like the beat squad or whatever, all the way up to homicide detective so quickly and all that. He's a smart guy. He's got survival skill, that's for sure. He's very brave. There's just so many good things about him. I will say, in season, like kind of backtracking, in season 1,
when he was basically like desperate to strike a deal to get Will back. And the deal he had to strike was he basically gave up 11 to strike the deal that they'd let him and Joyce go into the Upside Down to go get Will. And they agreed to that because, of course, A, they wanted to go get 11 and they wanted to know where she was at to go get her. And B, Brenner and them didn't think that him and Joyce would ever get back out of the Upside Down. They just figured like, oh, another Demogorgon would come along and eat him or whatever. They'd never find Will because he had to be dead by now or whatever. Which, joke's on you guys. Who got eaten, Brenner? But, so he made that deal. Well, then after 11 had survived all that, Hopper had what I'm assuming is major guilt about that. And he saw an opportunity to not fail another little girl because he always looked at losing Sarah as failing her when she passed away. And so he started leaving out food when 11 was just out there, when he thought she was just out there, which he was right, she was. And eventually he gave her a place to stay, which is how the cabin came into play, which eventually ended up being their actual home instead of his like old bachelor pad trailer like in season 1, because he basically tore that apart when he found the bug in the trailer. And what else? He became, before anything was official, he became 11's father figure, is what he did. Like, he started teaching her better, like, English terminology, grammar. He taught her how to tell time. Like, she didn't know little things like that. He taught her definitions of words. Like, every day he had, like, a word for her to learn. He lost his temper with her sometimes, but, I mean, he was... You know, he's human, obviously. He's not, like, going to be the all-perfect, all-understanding, you know, he's human. He apologized a lot. He was also pretty humble when it came to stuff like that. Like, when he was wrong, he owned up to it, even if it took him a while. And then in season 3, I know I've talked a little about this already, but, like, season 3 comes along, and he is just, like, superhero Hopper. There's a big, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger guy, like, literally this guy could have been, like, a stunt double in the 80s for Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator. Like, he totally could have. He took him on, a couple of times. Didn't end up so well, at least one of the times, but he fought him nonetheless. I mean, this guy was literally, he was referred to as the Russian juggernaut. So, I mean, he was huge. He was scary. He took him on. He drove all the way to Illinois which, I mean, I know it's only a state over, but I'm saying he drove over there to tote a Russian scientist, Alexei, who was heavily searched for by these dangerous Russians and the Russian juggernaut guy, to attempt to get a translator, Murray, for him, and figure out how to stop the Russians from opening this gate and everything, which he didn't know that Dustin and Steve and Robin were on the case, but I'm sure had he known, he would have flipped his lid. Like, one thing I didn't care for, and it isn't just because I'm super in love with David Harbour or anything like that. It isn't. It could have been anybody in his character's place. But, like, the only thing I really didn't care for is, like, in season 1, they started building on how, like, he and Joyce were, like, old high school friends and this and that. And then by season 3, it was like, if she talked to anybody else, he was, like, jealous. And he wanted to go on dates with her and everything. And it's like, you guys were friends. Like, why suddenly do we need to write in this, like, crazy amount of jealousy? Or, like that just didn't seem in Hopper's character, like, to me, if that makes sense. It's not that it was Hopper himself. It seemed like they were writing in a weird bit for him, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I mean, and I think ultimately, like my guess, this is like a prediction from me, not from anywhere else. Well, maybe from other people. I don't know. I didn't really listen to this part, but like on anything, but I'm guessing in season 4 or maybe 5, since they said they have like an ending in sight and they know where it wants to go. I'm going to guess what they want to do is have Hopper and Joyce be like a thing by the end. So they kind of like use season 3 to kind of rush a connection, is my guess. But we'll see. But if that's the case, it was like, I don't know, it was weird rushed to me. Like, because it just felt to me like, oh, we're friends. And then suddenly we're not friends because I have this massive crush and now nobody else can talk to you and I'm jealous. And it's just like, why can't they just be friends? You know, like, I don't know. That part was weird to me. Really weird. Like, it would be like with that whole, like, when I talked, I think yesterday about Max with Dustin and Lucas, and like, if she finally started dating Lucas, like, I don't know. It'd be weird if he was like suddenly massively jealous if she started talking to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, sort of like that. I guess not really, because she really was dating Lucas. Anyway. Anyway, I'm getting way sidetracked. So yeah, they kind of made an introductory love connection going on with him and Joyce, and they adventured together like a lot. They took Alexi over, they brought Alexi back. They went into the he had this really sweet moment with 11 when they went back to the mall before everybody split their ways. I know I've talked about that multiple times, like when Dustin and Steven, Robin and Erica went this, you know, to the hill and to talk to Susie, and when Hopper and Joyce and Murray went underground to the under where the Russians were, and when everyone else was like at the mall and they were going to take off, but then they got trapped there by Billy until the Mind Flayer showed up. He had this just really sweet moment with 11 where he was basically like, I know that you can take care of yourself, you know, and like, you are strong. I still worry about you because it's my job to worry about you. Because he basically says like, I'm your dad now, and it's my job to take care of you. And it's just really sweet. So like, there's that side of Hopper then. There's just so many like dimensions to him. Like, Steve had the most character growth, but this part of Hopper was always there. So it's not like growth, but you really saw more like sides of him open up. So like, in my opinion, he's one of the most like diverse characters, like, because he's got like tough guy exterior, and then he's like superhero Hopper, he's like smart guy Hopper, he's like caring dad Hopper, he's like all of these things, like I don't know, he's just like multi awesome. And then we know, because I have talked about the ending of season 3, how it is believed that he basically exploded when trying to buy Joyce time to close the gate, thus saving the world. So superhero Hopper. But for anybody who has seen the trailers, the first trailer for season 4, well, the first preview, I suppose, sneak peek trailer, whatever it is, for season 4 was called, if you look it up on YouTube, it is called From Russia with Love. That is Hopper, and he is in the Russian camp as like a prisoner working on, it looks like he's working on a railroad or something, and off in the distance is like a monstery sound, like a Demogorgon or something, probably that white sickly looking Demogorgon that they had in the like credit scene roll of season 3 is my guess. But so Hopper is live. So that is my wrap up of Hopper. We can take the picture down now. Pictures, I'm sure there's multiple pictures, and I'm sure that went on way longer than I had originally intended. So excited that this was Hopper. As for guesses to yarn color, there's a couple different things that I'm guessing before I open this. So his uniform, his police uniform is like brown. Like here in Michigan, our county cop uniforms look like Hopper's, Hawkins uniform. They're just like a brown shirt, brown pants. So like I could see tonal browns. Or very famously, when he was supposed to have a date with, well, he made it clear that it was not a date with Joyce. She had helped him, well, she thought she had helped him make a speech for Eleven and Mike when they were driving Hopper crazy, not respecting his rules for the 3-inch door opening and constantly kissing and seeing each other too often, in his opinion, when they started dating and all that. He ended up just yelling at them, or at Mike, basically, and threatening him. And that did work. Mike got scared and stayed away from 11 for quite a while. That caused a whole breakup with them. Like, it made Hopper quite happy. He was pretty pleased with himself. But there was this iconic shirt that he's known for, and he actually called it Cutting Edge. But it's like green with these like peachy pink triangles in it. So the colors could be reminiscent of that. I'm not sure. So you guys want to just get into it and see we'll just see what we got going on here. Okay. If I had to guess, I would guess probably the shirt, but oh, I should have stuck with the brown. Oh, I was hoping it was the brown. Look at you, Police Chief Hopper. And this is by far my favorite so far. Besides the fact that it's named Hopper. I knew that if it was brown, I knew that Hopper would be my favorite. I'm such a happy Heather right now. I'm nowhere near as tired as I was earlier. What do you know? So lovely, lovely. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Are you Brown fans though? Anyway, like, you can tell me. I love it. I love it. I wonder if she'd make a full skein of this. I would like some Hopper yarn, please. Very much, actually. I should definitely ask her. Oh, I love it. All right. That is day 17 Hopper. I like don't want to put it away. I'm ridiculous. I am ridiculous. Okay. So all right. So I'm ridiculous. I'm even leaving it like peeking out. Just okay. So that's everything. Well, Hopper was not day 25. There were some predictions that he might be day 25. Not the case. We still have all the kids besides Max to go. We still have probably Joyce. I would like to see Keith or Mr. Clark still. I guess we'll see. But we got Hopper. All right, I'm going to stop nerding out. I am going to go and get this edited and get it uploading. So I will see you tomorrow, guys. I hope you have a really great day. I love you. Bye.